here we have a garden update. This is my little makeshift patch on the side of the house again with potato plants getting all nice and big and tall. I've got Rat Deer joining me today. Hi, Rat Deer. He's too busy sniffing potato plants. Okay, oh there he is. Hi, baby. Okay, coming over to the backyard. And we seriously need to mow again. Rain again, off again. It's supposed to be sunny this weekend though, so no more excuses. Here's my herb pot again. Looking the same as usual. My time is past it. I really need to get new time. Pun intended. My time is past it. Okay, that was bad. Here again, my zooks and the potatoes. Volunteer potatoes, looking good. Come over here to the garden, and I've just gotten home and we've been gone all day, so I haven't watered since this morning. I desperately need to water, but you can see things are starting to take off now in the garden. They're finally getting more sun. So here's the pumpkins and the cucumbers. That's actually crookneck squash, or yellowneck squash right there. Volunteer potato, yellowneck squash, yellowneck squash. Look at how big the Chinese Napa cabbage is getting. And these poor little guys, they are going to be replaced. They're not doing anything. These were ruined when we had all that rain and no sun for so long. I really should have waited to put them out. And these actually went out when we still had a little frost on the ground one morning too, so they were used and abused. The beans are finally starting to get tall. In fact, I'm going to need to put a line up on the poles because these are pole beans. So I need to give them someplace to go. And look at my snap peas. These snap peas are over 3 feet tall now, just over, I would say. So they're looking good. And kale is really coming off now. I can start eating kale at any moment. I haven't yet. And the garlic's looking good. Now, you're going to see this and it's not going to look like I've eaten anything, but I promise you I've eaten some of this chard. It was excellent. I've eaten it several times and it just still keeps going. Carrots are almost ready to pick. I picked one and it was a little on the small side, so I decided to leave them a bit longer. I weeded it out a little bit with had some baby carrots. So, and the lettuce, I know it doesn't look like I ate any lettuce, but I've eaten so much lettuce I'm turning into a bunny, and still. So, thinned it out a little bit, and now the other ones are growing bigger. There's a few volunteer chard in between, in amongst stuff there. Here are the onions, looking bigger than ever. Few chard, few weeds. Hey, what can I say? And these are now over my head, the tallest. The peas here are over my head. I picked a pea pod the other day just to give it a munch, but they still need to fill out. There's lots of pods, but they still need to fill out a bit. This trellis that Ryan shored up for me has just been excellent. It's really what I needed. Lots and lots of volunteer chard, like I didn't have enough on the other side. Look at all that. That's all volunteer chard in there, along with a few weeds. So I have a little vine that's dying here. The wind was so heavy that it snapped it right off. So you see, if you follow the line of yellow leaves there, it comes to a vine that got almost severed completely through. With the wind, I tried to save it by wrapping it, but it just didn't work. So, okay. Now, I've been working inside the greenhouse, and so it doesn't look beautiful over here, but I had to show you my beautiful bird feeder that my friend Sabrina got me for my birthday. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? So we got this pole See, that's what I was talking about there, stuff I was working on. But here's this beautiful pole to put it on. And voila. And I have a hummingbird feeder too, but that I haven't found a place for yet. So, okay, we're going to go inside the greenhouse, and you're going to see why I have all this stuff on the outside of the greenhouse. That's because I was working on a little something in here. Not today, obviously. I've been so busy, but hey. Look at this. Look at the ground. I have rocks and pavers in now. Oops. And soil and a shovel on the ground from repotting the other day too. So, oops. But look at that. I am so proud. This is a Rainbow River rock and red pavers, concrete pavers. And you notice the kumquat is out of its pot and in the ground, so it has more room to grow. Now, it's supposed to get 6 to 8 feet. If it goes all the way to 8 feet, we're in trouble, because this only goes to about 7.5 feet. So I'll have to trim it down a little bit, but that's all right. And you can't tell how much far it is forward, but it's come forward a little bit, and then I'll have to trim the back probably a little bit still anyways. But there should be some good room to grow. Okay, and look, everything is growing so big just from the last time I took the video. Everything now, except for one itty-bitty little tomato that has at least flowers on it. These 3 are Romas. And look at these guys. See that? Look how big my green onions are. My little bunching onions. And I've planted some more. So if you see some stray ones in the back there, I had a few extra seed and I just kind of let it throw where it may. So back here, that's the little dude that was a leftover that was in a tiny little pot, so it kind of got stunted. I couldn't bear to throw it away, so we'll see if it does anything. If not, I'll just yank it out. I probably just should have thrown it away anyway, but we'll see. Here is one of the big ones that Trudy gave me. And again, it's growing little guys. You've seen these before. The little tomatoes on them. Sorry I'm a little out of breath. We've been just moving new table and chairs around, so if I sound a little breathless, that's why. My cilantro is growing in the back there. And voila. Look at those. Lots of little tomatoes. And here's the big guy in the back. They've gotten so big now. They're almost up to the second from the tallest rafter there. This is kind of a barn roof. Here's the top. It's a Rione Eco Grow, pardon me. So it gives you an idea of how tall they are. And it's late enough in the evening. I need to close the loop. Now the Eco Grow 8x10, which I have, generally doesn't come with a louve, but it comes with 2 of these roof vents. You can see how wet it is here in Oregon coast all the time. Look at that. But I asked them if I could trade out the 2 roof vents and have 1 roof vent and 1 louve window, and they said yes. I'm eternally thankful. I've loved this louve window. It really helps get the air moving through here. Okay, so you don't see my Anaheim chili that was on there before, just the little baby ones. They're just starting to come on there. See that? That's because we ate it, and it was good, let me tell you. And here's this tomato here with its little guys. And again, it's growing so tall. They're a little weedy. I think that's the rain. Not enough sun. Oh, there's the jalapeno. Not doing much. I'm a little disappointed, but maybe it'll still take off. It might just not be warm enough here. The Oregon coast, it averages only about 65 degrees in June here on the Oregon coast. That's the average high. So here's the other little batch of green onions. Not looking much bigger from the last time I saw them. They really don't like this side of the greenhouse. I'm going to keep that in mind next year. Shade-loving plants on this side. On the other hand, my lemon cukes don't seem to mind it at all. Now I redid the trellising too on the lemon cukes, because the back string, you're not going to be able to see it from this angle, but the back string here was running straight up the back of the greenhouse and then coming forward. That meant the lemon cukes in the back were running straight up the back, and they were touching the back of the polycarb there, and they were getting too hot. So I moved them forward so that they are not touching the polycarb all the way up. They're touching a little bit, but it's much better. So hopefully that'll help. And last but not least, here's the banana. No more burnt. I still have those little burnt leaves. Maybe I should have cut off that little burnt section from when it got sun scorched, but I didn't. You see the new stuff is looking great, and it's really getting taller. Now, it's not going to be a big banana, but it's going to have some good fruit on it. There's my wild dill. It's really taken off. My goodness. It'll be good when I start canning. So that's the end of the garden video for this week. Close it out, and then I need to close up my greenhouse. It's getting too cold. So, good night.